Hi everybody, and welcome to the Ask Charlie Show. It's great to be back with you again. Question comes in from Hannah from Brooklyn. I was mistakenly copied on an email where my colleague blamed me for dropping the ball on a project. In the email, she not only disparaged me professionally, but personally as well. It was really offensive. It's been 3 weeks, and I can't even look at her. How do I move on? Hannah, awesome question. And I am so happy you brought this up because this is something that more people need to confront. You see, what you're asking about really is forgiveness. Everybody misses the point on forgiveness. It's not just you. Forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. See, we think that forgiveness is about like letting the bad guy off the hook or giving someone an undeserved second chance. It's not. Let's get under forgiveness here. When someone hurts you and is not properly punished, you feel like it was unjust, right? Like they got away with it, like it's not fair. And we hate when things aren't fair. So what we do is we even the scale by harboring negative feelings towards them. I mean, feeling emotional pain is our way to make sure that they pay for their crime. But guess what? They're not hurt. You are. So your way of getting back at them is, wait for it, is to allow them to continue to hurt you. Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It makes no sense. We're hurting them by allowing them to hurt us. And science agrees. Studies have shown that when holding a grudge or plotting grand schemes of revenge, all right, maybe not that creative, but even when you replay that scenario in your head, you know what I'm talking about? When like you have that in your moment and everything works out perfectly and you come in and deliver that line and everyone's like, whoa, and gets knocked out. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, George, the ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Oh, yeah, Riley? Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Which never ever happens. All of that just increases the stress and impairs the health in the victim. Now, I don't mean to be a pushover or a doormat. What I'm saying is that you forgive for your emotional freedom, not for theirs. Forgiveness allows you to move on, to gain clarity, and to lift the burden that's weighing you down. Okay, Hannah, I can hear you asking me. All right, great. So I understand it intellectually, wonderful. But guess what? I have feelings, and I feel upset. Got it. Feelings are real. Let's deal with it. How? 3 steps. Number 1, let the anger in. When people hurt you, it hurts. You know why? Because you're human. Stop pretending that you're above it or you're invulnerable and allow yourself to fully feel the emotional pain. You see, this applies even to people who pretend that they never feel pain. Please, you're not going to die. You may skip a meal or sleep a little less. You may harbor some, maybe a lot of negative thoughts, but don't try to stop it. Just first let it in. You'll survive. It'll hurt. But this is the first stage in preparing yourself to feel it so that you can move on past it. Number 2, find the hidden lesson. Somehow forgiving and forgetting seem to have been grouped together. Why? Because they both start with an F? I don't know how this happened. Forget. Why would you forget? There's a value in being hurt, is to learn something valuable. When someone points out a weakness, start to improve on that. If someone takes advantage of you, learn where you need to better protect yourself. If someone hurts you, learn how to help others that'll be just as vulnerable. In every hurt, there's some insight that if you learn it, can greatly enhance your life. And by doing that, you're going to take the venom out of what happened to you. Hey, maybe you'll even end up thinking that that person did you a favor. I mean, to quote Nietzsche, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Last step, and I know this is counterintuitive, but have compassion. I mean, I know the last thing you want me to tell you is to have compassion for her. You're probably thinking, really? Compassion for her? What about me? Well, unless you're born with a pretty grim view of humanity, deep down you believe that people are not born evil. Life causes them to act in ways that are wrong. And I know this is hard, but try to ask yourself, what insecurity or bad character trait caused her to act that way? I mean, you may have to live with that action, but she lives with that fault her whole life. When people hurt others, if you really think about it, it's sad. Try to have compassion for the person that had to lower themselves to act the way they did. You see, we perceive forgiveness as a weakness, as if we lost, but it's the exact opposite. Forgiveness makes us stronger. It leads us to greater resilience. And while you can't control what people do to you, you can control the impact that it'll have on your life. Forgiveness gives you back that control. Good luck.